King of the Road Productions proudly presents a Conlee and Christian episode of the Jim King of the TV show. Southeast Texas style. During the half hour, we'll check out the legendary John Conlee live in Southeast Texas. We've got a loyal crew here. I think they've all been with you for 30, 40 years.
Yeah, my road manager and guitar player the whole time, right at 41 years. And the newest member's been here 23. So, I mean, we've been together a while.
We'll feature the Honky Tonk Texas Fabulous Flashback. We'll also air the Southeast Texas debut of Carrie Holmes' new video as our Pine Tree Lodge music clip of the week from Nashville. And Christian Walker will be in the Royal Spotlight. Sponsored by Bradley's Collision Center in Port Neches. King of the Road. Howdy and welcome to the Jim King of the TV show on Fox 4 and the CW. I'm Jim King of the Road. You may have heard by now that I was recently involved in a horrific car wreck that took the life of 31-year-old Bryant K. Foster of Beaumont, Texas. My condolences to the Foster family, and we'll find out why this happened soon when the police investigation concludes. But Foster was driving at an estimated 100 miles per hour when he ran a red light and struck the front passenger side of my Cadillac SRX, a.k.a. the Red Rocket, last Tuesday, November 9th at 9:19 p.m. at the corner of Dallin and Phelan in Beaumont. A passenger in Foster's car was also injured and rushed to the hospital. Needless to say, it's a miracle that I survived such a major crash, and thank God I'm still here. Drive safe, everyone. But the show must go on. Speaking of shows, the legendary Gene Watson will be at Honky Tonk Texas on Saturday, December 4th. Get your tickets in advance at the Honky Tonk Texas box office or online at honkytonktexas.us. Of course, we play Gene Watson on King's Country Internet Radio. In less than 100 years, radio has come a long, long way. We've gone from this to this. Alexa, play King's Country on TuneIn.
King's Country from TuneIn.
And this. Now you can stream us everywhere. Stream King's Country Internet Radio on your PC, smart speaker, mobile device, or in your vehicle with your Bluetooth connection. King's Country is streaming worldwide on TuneIn, iTunes, Live 365, and at kingscountry.net. And stream the multi-award-winning and nationally recognized Jim King of the Radio Show. Middays, Monday through Friday, on King's Country at kingscountry.net. It rules. Now ride shotgun with me right here in Southeast Texas. We always cruise Cadillac style, as seen and heard on Southeast Texas TV and radio.
Extra large and turbocharged. It's the King of the Road Show.
Oh, hi, to the back.
One man has the power to take you behind the scenes. Jim King of the Road.
Jim King of the Road. Cruising in my station wagon, trying to keep the muffler from dragging. Sometimes it all seems so defeating as I'm hustling to make it to the Cub Scout meeting. Ooh, I dream about Mexico, where all the pretty people go. But we're on a budget that just won't buy. Not much money, but a whole lot of love. Living that domestic life. Happy children and a pretty wife. Our Cocker Spaniels always having puppies. How could anybody be so lucky? See me mowing my domestic yard. Lord, I owe my soul to MasterCard, but it seems to suit me to a T. That domestic life's all right with me.
John Conlee, great to see you again.
Thank you. Good to see you.
It's kind of like deja vu all over again because we just had Johnny Lee on the show, and the last time I spoke with you was that same show that Johnny Lee was at. It was at the Cattle Barons Ball in 2009 here in Beaumont.
Right. That's a while back. Johnny and I work together a couple times a year. Our paths cross and we get together and on the same show, and it's always a blast, always fun.
That was then in Beaumont. This is now at Honky Tonk Texas in Silsbee. Yeah, because you came about the same time as Urban Cowboy became a big hit.
Exactly right. We all started about the same time.
Late 70s. You moved to Nashville in 1971 and took a radio job.
That's the only reason I moved there. I got a job at WLAC Radio there. Had that not happened, I would have ended up in some other market in radio, and music would have never become a career, no doubt.
You might have been a mortician.
I was a mortician, and I still am. Are you feeling okay?
Do you practice at all anymore?
I don't, but I do keep the license renewed. I renew it every year.
Yeah, so somebody dropped dead here tonight, you'd know how to handle it.
Well, we could take care of it till somebody official came along.
Yeah, so you went from that career, which is very stable because everybody's going to die.
That's
let's
right.
face it. Yes.
Right.
And you went to two of the riskiest careers, radio and music.
I know, yeah. Both of them have their perils, but both are fun. I fell in love with radio and music at the same time when I was a kid. The guitar lesson on Saturday mornings only lasted a half hour, and I went across the street after the lesson, hung out at a local station at Lexington, Kentucky, near where I'm from, and fell in love with both things at the same time and have gotten to make a living at both.
On the backside of 30, the short side of time, back on the bottom with nowhere to climb. It's dawn Monday morning, and I just called in sick. I skipped work last Friday to drink this month's rent. And when my friends ask me, Lord, I tell them I'm fine. But my eyes tell a story that my lies can't hide. I'm on the backside of 30 and back on my own. An empty apartment don't feel like a home. On the backside of 30, the short side of time, back on the bottom with nowhere to climb. All about the backside of 30.
Still to come, we'll air the Southeast Texas debut of Carrie Holmes' new video as our Pine Tree Lodge music clip of the week from Nashville. We'll also feature the Honky Tonk Texas Fabulous Flashback. And Christian Walker will be in the Royal Spotlight. Sponsored by Bradley's Collision Center in Port Neches. But next, we'll hear more from the legendary John Conlee, live in Southeast Texas.
You're cruising in the King's Caddy. King of the Road Productions does top quality 3-camera high definition concert shoots. If you've got an area band, what are you waiting for? Hire us and we'll meet you at the venue of your choice to tape up to an hour of your group's live performance with 3 Canon HD cameras and an audio hookup through the soundboard. You'll have access to all the exclusive footage and permission to use it for promotional purposes. As an added bonus, your band will be featured on the King of the Road Show HD. For more information, call 409-748-9689 or email jim@jimkingoftheroad.com.
Terrell's Tree Service is the king of trees.
We cut down and prune and trim and recognize diseases, and we think we do a good service for our community.
I don't believe I've ever called another tree service. Very professional, very professional.
We got a 65-foot bucket truck here. We've got bobcats and skid steers. We've got stump grinders.
Terrell's Tree Service, the king of trees.
Pine Tree Lodge in LaBelle has overcome a lot in the past few years with hurricanes, floods, a demolition, and the pandemic. But the Miller family has come back better than ever. Pine Tree Lodge, where the road ends and the fun begins, in the scenic setting of Taylor's Bayou. Dance to live music Thursday through Sunday, and stop in soon for fantastic atmosphere, friendly folks, and delicious food and drinks. Pine Tree Lodge in LaBelle, Texas.
Cruise to Larry's Old Time Trade Days in Winnie, the first weekend after the first Monday of every month. Larry's Old Time Trade Days, where you can find it here.
All right, we're going to get mushy a little bit now. Some of you are with somebody you care a lot about. A lot of guys like this song simply because you can kind of slow dance to it, and we guys like those slow dance, get up close kind of songs. That's all I can say. Another Texas connection, one of the writers from Houston, Texas, and this was our first national #1 record in 1979. Too many times I didn't try to hold you. I never kept the promises I told you. Now it's time I give in, I know, to the words that I should have said long ago. Lady, lay down beside me.
That was exclusive concert footage from our Royal Archives. Here's more of our recent exclusive interview with the legendary John Conlee at Honky Tonk Texas in Silsbee. Was anybody in your family musically inclined?
Yeah, my mother, my grandmother, both played piano and sang. My dad used to call square dances when he was, a young man in the mountains of Kentucky. So yeah, music was always a part of the family.
And you worked hard growing up, because I know you were on a tobacco farm there in Kentucky.
Right. We general operation. We, like many other family farmers of the time, we did everything. We had cattle, hogs, sheep, raised our own feed, and had cut hay and tobacco and the whole thing. Yeah.
And that 1978 song that was a big hit, Rose-Colored Glass. Was it 1978, Rose-Colored Glass?
May of 78, 41 years ago this year.
Yeah, that's considered your signature song. It was your very first release. Went to #5, and I think you co-wrote it with the news guy from WLAC.
Yeah, and he also became my first road manager. I jerked him out of radio and put him on the road with us those first years. And but yeah, he wrote what we turned into the third verse of the song, which gave it a little payoff.
And you're pretty, you got a loyal crew here. I think they've all been with you for 30, 40 years.
Yeah, my road manager and guitar player the whole time, right at 41 years. And the newest member's been here 23. So, I mean, we've been together a while.
I think you got a new album called Classics 3. Was that 2018 that came out?
Yeah, 18. Classics 3 is the latest, and we're getting ready to start a new gospel project, which we hope to have done this year sometime.
Do you write still? You write songs still?
I write down ideas, but I haven't completed anything in a long time.
King of the Road.
Here comes this week's Honky Tonk Texas Fabulous Flashback. No plans to retire yet?
Oh, no, I don't know how to spell retire.
Yeah.
My role models in the age department are particularly one grandfather who lived to be 94, was still driving a bulldozer at 92, and he only learned to operate it when he got in his 50s sometime. So that's the way I'm conducting things. I hope to be able to go as that strong, that long.
So you might be having #1 hits when you're 80 or 90.
That'd be all right, sure.
Yeah.
Well, Moses and Aaron were in their 80s when they were dealing with Pharaoh, so it's, age is just a number.
King of the Road.
That was this week's Honky Tonk Texas Fabulous Flashback. Since 2008, Honky Tonk Texas in Silsbee has been serving up non-stop fun for Southeast Texas with live music and delicious adult beverages. Oh, and be ready to dance your butt off to the best in local, regional, and national touring bands. Of course, date night is every Thursday. And don't forget about the Honky Tonk Grill. Visit them online at facebook.com/honkytonktx and at honkytonktexas.us. Honky Tonk Texas in Silsbee has been serving it all up since 2008. Where have you been?
Red Wagon Cafe at 445 Freeway in Viner is serving up delicious dishes in king-size portions.
All-you-can-eat buffets are Friday for lunch and breakfast on Saturdays and Sundays. My favorite lunch special is Pork Chop Tuesday. The fried pork chops are fantastic.
It's real good. I enjoy it. It's awesome. Pork chop day.
Sink your teeth into delicious fried catfish with all the fixings on the Friday buffet.
Red Wagon Cafe, 445 West Freeway in Viner.
We are World Gym. Let's rock.
Cruise to Larry's Old Time Trade Days in Winnie. The first weekend after the first Monday of every month. Larry's Old Time Trade Days, where you can find it here. King of the Road. Howdy, and thanks again for watching the Jim King of the TV show on Fox 4 and the CW. I'm Jim King of the Road. Still to come, Christian Walker will be in the Royal Spotlight, brought to you by Bradley's Collision Center in Port Neches, Texas. But now it's time for the Southeast Texas debut of Carrie Holmes' new video as our Pine Tree Lodge music clip of the week from Nashville. Of course, Pine Tree Lodge is all you'll ever need when it comes to scenery, dining, dancing, and drinking. Their fantastic menu includes delicious dishes like the whole catfish, the seafood platter, or the shrimp and grits, and much, much more. They feature fabulous live music Thursday through Sunday, fantastic food, delicious drinks, that king-size dance floor, and great service, and all in the scenic setting of Taylor's Bayou in LaBelle, Texas. Stop in Pine Tree Lodge soon and tell Mike, Sandy, and Norma Miller the Jim King of the TV and radio sent you. Carrie Holmes' When I See You Smile video was shot in and around Nashville by director Justin Blazer, who also directed Carrie's last video, Deserve to Be Loved. Here comes Her Majesty and Nashville America Records recording artist Carrie Holmes with When I See You Smile as our Pine Tree Lodge music clip of the week from Nashville.
What a beautiful spring day. The sun is out and you're looking at me in a silly way. 'Cause I'm wearing your baggy clothes and my hair's all a mess. But you kiss me anyway. Then you wink at me and I got this funny feeling that something's gonna happen. You turn around and put paint on my nose.
So let's get back to more music.
The legendary Pine Tree Lodge in LaBelle, Texas has been owned and operated by the Miller family since 1984. And in 1990, Southeast Texan and country music superstar Mark Chestnut filmed his debut music video there.
Well, it sure feels good to come in here and just pull up a seat.
A generation later, his son Casey Chestnut.
Frosted mud of a cool one helps to beat the heat. My son Casey Chestnut.
Since 1984, the Millers have kept it going with fabulous music, food, dancing, and scenery. Stopping there soon. Coming up next, Christian Walker will be in the Royal Spotlight. Sponsored by Bradley's Collision Center in Port Neches.
King of the road.
Bradley's Collision Center is an award-winning shop serving all of Southeast Texas since 1962. And it has been family-owned and operated by the Bradley family of Port Neches since the very beginning. Each and every one of their customers are treated like friends and family while receiving expert service. Bradley's Collision Center, 2639 Knoll Street in Port Neches, Texas. Call them at 722-9391 and visit bradleyscollisioncenter.com. 5 Star Feeds, located at 580 Highway 365 in Port Arthur, Texas, has it all, and they are locally owned by Tina Bean. 5 Star has all the feed you could possibly need, as well as hardware, horse saddles and tack, name brand Western and workwear, and much more. 5 Star Feeds in Port Arthur, Texas. In need of a professional realtor to find your dream home or to sell your current house? Call Suzanne Simmons of Remax One at 880-5307. There's no better realtor in all of Southeast Texas.
This one's called Drunk on Your Love by Brett Eldridge. Second shoe walked through the door, I called a bus. Both seats from your lips knocked me out just like a drug. The rest of the lights kind of blurry, now the sun's speaking through the shade. I got plenty to do, just lately with you all day. Long cup, still drunk on your love, on your love, and I know why I'm feeling so high, 'cause I'm still drunk on your love, yeah. No, it's not in the whiskey, tequila, or the wine. It's all about the touch and the fire in your eyes. Keeps me fumbling, always stumbling through the haze. I got plenty to do, just lately with you all day. Long cup, still drunk on your love, on your love, and I know why I'm feeling so high, 'cause I'm still drunk on your love, Wish I can bottle you up, drink you in all day long. Every day sing this song, so I woke up still drunk on your love, on your love. And I know why I'm feeling so high, 'cause I'm still drunk on your love, on your love, on your love, on your love, on your love.
Bradley's Collision Center is an award-winning shop serving all of Southeast Texas since 1962. And it has been family-owned and operated by the Bradley family of Port Neches since the very beginning. Each and every one of their customers are treated like friends and family while receiving expert service. Bradley's Collision Center, 2639 Knoll Street in Port Neches, Texas. Call them at 722-9391 and visit bradleyscollisioncenter.com.
Nestled between Beaumont and Lumberton, Texas, is the beautiful Book Nook Inn Bed and Breakfast. It hosts visitors from around the world. Locals love it also as a quick, relaxing getaway from their everyday life. Swimming, fishing, viewing a movie in its unique theater room, and more awaits them at the inn. It's also a premier wedding venue. Many couples have exchanged vows in front of its gazebo or its event room. Book Nook Inn hosts reunions, vow renewals, murder mysteries, and more. We hope soon you'll be our guest at Book Nook Inn.
Texas Hot Country Magazine is one of the oldest magazines in the Houston area and affiliated with 2 Houston radio stations, the new 93Q and Country Legends. We target the very lucrative family-oriented country music and Texas music market. Grab the latest issue at TexasHotCountryMagazine.com and check out Jim King of the Road's new column. For Texas Hot Country Magazine advertising rates and information, please contact Leon Beck at 281-702-2242.
It's good to be king.
You all keep it between the ditches, you hear?